go to these hotels, if a billionaire owns a hotel or Amazon, man, Skip, they still want that $11 a month, that Amazon Prime membership. Jeff Bezos got all that money. He's still charging me full price. So guess what? If I'm a millionaire and a billionaire, I'm going to tax you. I want full price.
Yep.
He's one, Skip. He's the most important piece because he's the guy that can get relentless pressures on the opposite side of JPP. Without him, you can slide protection and probably take care of JPP. Levante David is another one. Because they're going to look at the outstanding job. He did an outstanding job. Now, Kelsey finished the game with, what, 10 catches, 133 yards?
No, he did a really good job.
He did an unbelievable...
And he had him a lot.
He had him a lot. Yeah. Single coverage.
He did.
So he had that responsibility. Somebody's going to throw $12, $13, $14 million at this young man, Skip. It's going to be hard to...
He's a middle-aged man by pro football standards. But,
yes. He's on the north of 30. That's really not good for any other position other than quarterback.
Yep.
So someone's going to throw a boatload of money. Chris Godwin, Skip, he's a third-round draft pick. It's made about $5 million. Somebody's going to throw somewhere between 15 and 18, maybe even $20 million at this young man. Skip, that's generation.
Amari got 20.
And he ain't got 20, and he ain't been in no Super Bowl.
No.
Skip, I think the thing is also you have to understand is that these guys are not going to have the luxury, like quarterbacks give discounts. A lot of these quarterbacks, guess where they're going to end up? Doing what you and I do on TV talking. These guys, they don't get that opportunity. You see Tony Romo parlayed here. Tony Romo makes NFL money talking about football. Troy Aikman, you get the Orlovsky, you get all the quarterbacks, they get opportunities that a lot of guys that play other positions are not going to get. And when you're a quarterback, you can parlay that into long-term either business opportunities that a lot of other positions don't get. Another thing, Skip, look, people like Tom Brady got a wife worth $400 million. These guys don't have wives or girlfriends worth that kind of money. And even if they did, it's not up to them to say, yeah, I'm going to give you a discount. If they choose to, but don't you ask me for it. I told you what Shaq Barrett, don't know him that well, been around him a little bit because he was in Denver. I used to go back to Denver and watch, playoff games, and so I know a little bit, Skip. But when you've never had that kind of money, and this is your opportunity to get what we call, Skip, generational wealth.
Yep.
Yeah, Skip, you take that opportunity. I'm sure he would love to come back. And if they can come, they can give him 20+ million and bring him back, sure. I tell you another guy that's going to probably leave, Ndamukong Suh. Somebody's going to throw a boatload of money at him, Skip. Somebody's going to give him probably 2 years, $20+ million. He's going to be gone, too.
I'm not sure it'd be a boatload. It might be a canoe full.
But when you, at that age, when you start getting 33 and 34, Skip.
And he's got a little mercenary in him where he doesn't mind moving.
Exactly. When you start to get 33, 32, 33, 34 on up there, and somebody says, okay, we'll give you 2 years, 20 million, 2 years, 22. Skip, you gone.
I still say you are rooting for all of the above. You're rooting. Get Tom Brady out of here.
No, Skip. I've just tried to give it to the fans through personal experience, having been on teams that won Super Bowls and had free agents. They're like, man, I got my ring. Man, it's nice, but I got to go get this money. Excuse me, I got to go get this money.
Okay, let's start with Shaq Barrett. I will remind you, he played under the tag last year.
Right.
And they are still within their rights to re-tag him.
Right.
And that tag would be for $19 million. Not bad, but it's not break the bank money like you're talking about. That's not boatload.
No. And that's not the long-term security that he's looking for.
So would they risk having an unhappy Shaq Barrett who would be pouty or not that his heart wouldn't be in it? It's possible, possible. But they also, just don't forget, they have that option as a last gasp. You know, if we have to, we could tag him. And yet, I'm also going to remind you, this team has some cap money. In fact, it has estimated a little above $30 million in cap money. This year's cap's going to be about $180 million total per team. But the leftover cap, the spendable cap money for the Bucs is about 30-ish million. That's 10th best in the NFL. Okay, so they have a chance to rectify all your issues here, at least one or two of them. Yeah, but they have a chance.
Yes, and you probably say, okay, well, Tom, what are we going to do with Tom? You probably extend Tom.
You could restructure. You could give him one more year and restructure everything and save some. And for what it's worth, Mike Evans, who, again, Arian says is the most unselfish superstar I've ever been around, and he's been around a bunch of them, Mike Evans has publicly volunteered, I will restructure if that helps keep Chris Godwin or whoever it might be.
Right.
Okay? So I believe this team is pretty close. I know it hasn't been together long enough to be close, like dynasty close.
Right.
But I think there's something brewing there where they all had a whole lot of fun doing what they just did.
Well, Skip, you know, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they've been together. They've been a tandem for about 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
So they're a lot closer than, say, some of the other guys. You know, Leonard Fournette, this is his first year. AB, this is his first year. Some of the other guys, Shaq Barrett's only been there 2 years. So he and Godwin, Mike Evans and Godwin, are a lot closer than some of the other guys. But, Skip, there's something that bonds you that once you win a title, whether you just came or you've been there trolling away like Levante David and some of the other guys, you're a band of brothers now.
Okay.
That's an unbreakable bond. Because 10 years, 15, 20 years, when you go back to the reunion, man, we did that. You remember we did that?
Yep. And by the way, they're all guaranteeing that they're going to win a second one. We'll see. But I like their chances. I give them a shot, a good shot. If you win 2 together, you're really a band of brothers. And if you somehow manage to pull off the near impossible and win first ever 3 in a row, you want to talk about band of brothers? You want to talk about historical achievement?
That ain't happening, Skip.
Okay, all right. You can say that, but trust me, right now, Tom Brady's thinking about 3.
I mean, what do you think? You don't think Patrick Mahomes thought they were going to repeat? I mean, I mean, with injury, the injury factor is so great. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because it gets covered every day, Skip, and we see it all the time. But it didn't seem like we had the kind of injuries in the NFL that I played in like they do now, especially with the big name guys.
Yep. Well, you could make that case. All right. Now let's go to the biggest name guy. It's so ironic because to me, Tom Brady is still a little underestimated and underappreciated. And in this case, I think you're underestimating what a free agent magnet he is about to be, because people look around and say, look what he just did. He said, I want Gronk. Will you come on that? Yeah, I'll come out of retirement. Wait a second. I want Antonio Brown. Hey, little buddy, come on down,
Skip,
right?
I mean, there are only a handful of teams that was going to be able to do it. So he'll get AB will be easy to get back.
Okay, I got it. Leonard Fournette. He calls him Playoff Lenny now.
Yeah.
Okay, come on down, because
I believe he'll be easy to resign.
Top, what was he, the 5th pick in the draft? I mean, he's got huge talent that had not quite been realized in Jacksonville. They dumped him, okay? And LaShawn McCoy, for what it's worth, he didn't contribute all that much, but he's I think a 4-time Pro Bowler, and he said, LaShawn, you want to come? Okay, let's go win it. And LaShawn had been with Kansas City, but he got doghouse at the end of the year. Okay, but what I'm saying is, who knows who might say, I want to play with the GOAT and go for another championship ride with him, right? What if you don't have a chip and you say, he could win me one next year?
Well, I think the thing is, look, Skip, Brady has that appeal like LeBron. You're gonna be in championship contention with LeBron. You're gonna be in Super Bowl contention with Brady. And sure, Skip, but
but the key difference there is some players, starting with Kawhi, they hear bad things like LeBron's difficult to live with, he's demanding, he's this, he's that, whatever, he's moody, whatever it might be. I don't hear any of the negativity toward Brady, the leader, that I've heard sometimes about LeBron.
But it's different in basketball, Skip, because Kawhi says, I'm the guy, and it's hard to pair a whole bunch of guys that's been the guy together. Where in football, Brady's got, it's like another quarterback, a free agent quarterback. Russell Wilson not going to want to go to Tampa.
No.
None of the other top quarterbacks, so that's the thing I'm saying. But here, I'm just talking about, Skip, they're free agents. Could there be some free agents on the market that says, okay, I'll take a little less to go down there? But there probably have been first-round draft picks, high draft pick that's made some money. Shaq Barrett has really never made any money. Chris Godwin has never made any money. So this is the opportunity for them to parlay last year's success into a big payday.
Okay. So then we even have the possibility thrown out by ESPN's Jeff Darlington, who is close to the Brady camp, who's just tossed out the possibility, Odell Beckham Jr. He has pledged allegiance to Tom Brady publicly on social media, where he says, like a dream of his would be to play with Brady. I think they know each other a little bit, have a pretty solid, strong connection. Okay, so obviously the Browns found, well, we did pretty well without Odell. Could he be expendable? Could he be acquired by the Bucs? I'm saying if Chris Godwin took the money and ran to wherever else,
I mean,
he got $25 million.
Well,
right?
AB is still probably, I mean, you're making it seem like AB makes $5 million a year. That's still about a 15, AB is making, what, $15, $16 million a year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but my point is, if you need to fill the Godwin hole and you thought Odell could fill it, now, if you kept AB at a nominal rate...
Oh, you're going to be nominal.
Okay. What's that?
It's going to be nominal.
It's going to be nominal. But my point is, there's only one man in the world who could pull off trying to keep AB and Odell happy in the same locker room, and that's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Well, the happiness is winning.
Yeah.
Because the likelihood of you going out there catching 100 passes with all that is not going to be very, very good.